DCW, DCW, DCW.
Welcome back, everyone, to DCW Blast. It is time for another great adventure here tonight, and we've got a big main event coming up as Webby takes on Fraser in Fraser's first opportunity at one of the title holders. This will not, however, be a match for the title, but rather just a tune-up as Webby prepares for his title of defense against Avelos, who will be taking on Rob, I believe, in his own matchup. Oh, not Rob. Wrong one. Ross. I meant Ross. I knew it was an R name. All right. First up, though, it's Money and Paper versus the Simply Unprofessionals. We do have the tag team champions in action tonight against the Pack as these two teams fight one more time in another crazy match, leading in possibly to a big confrontation at Legacy. Last week it was a tables match. The week before, of course, was the match at Canadian Stampede that the Pack won. They then lost the titles on the following week against the the Danger Us Alliance. I'm having a great time with my mouth today. And it will be interesting to see what will happen. Again, the titles are up for grabs yet again between these two teams as they continue to jostle for position. This has got to be one of the biggest rivalries going on right now outside of Austin and the Brawler. And first out, it's Money and Paper.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 522 pounds, Magical One and the Devil, Money Incorporated.
All right, these two boys want a big win tonight, and Unprofessionals are in the way as both Astonis and Trip would love nothing more than to climb back into a challenge for the tag team titles. Of course, Astonis has got his work cut out for him as he will be wanting to face Ross for the Triple Crown Championship here soon. In fact, we have it set up that they will be fighting it out in a match at Legacy. But now they have to fight the Unprofessionals.
At a combined weight of 556 pounds, the Jester, Rob, and Devin, the Superstar.
Professionals out, ready to go. As always, some of their teams doing very well. Their tag team grouping has not worked out quite the way I think they expected or wanted. But nonetheless, they've held pretty much all but 2 titles in the entire division here. But here they go. They're about to collide. Oh, money and paper, trying to negotiate who's going to go in first. Astonis apparently wants to. Tripp doesn't really want him to, but whatever. And meanwhile, Rob and Devin have decided, and it's going to be Rob in first. Well, whatever their collision was, Tripp's cheering on his partner, as he should. Astonis caught immediately by Rob, who then starts to work on his chin. Putting a boom in so far, but there's Astonis firing back, catching Rob, the former Triple Crown champion, in big trouble here early. Thrown into the corner, and leaping up on top of him was Astonis, who just rocks him with punches. And then a big European uppercut sends Rob to the floor, but he's able to squeak out and get out of trouble. Connected again. I know Astonis wants and needs a chance to win this title away from the unprofessionals. He would love nothing more than to become the champion and actually be able to be the first of the 2 team members to win a championship. But Tripp certainly has had his opportunities in the past. Comes in with a double axe handle onto Rob. Drop kick misses that time though. Rob throws him into the corner. He's closing down on him. Tags out to Devin. Devin now in. Going up to the second rope. Comes down with his own axe handle. But misses on the follow-up, and Tripp knocks him over. Kicks to the face. Working for him. And then just goes for a clumsy quick spin. And then just walks across his midsection. Big cutter move, catches him. It's a pinning attempt. Come on. Tripp not ready to get pinned quite that easily. But he's working on the neck, working and trying to get him gonzo. Now he turns over and spins up and lands on Tripp. Now smashes his wrist into the mat. Picks him back up now, turns him over, spins him over to get in another kick to the throat, which knocks Tripp down. Opportunity has come knocking right here. 1, 2. Tripp not going to give up that easily, and Devin got pushed off. Picks Tripp up, turns him over, comes in with a high knee, catches Tripp, but Tripp's in the ropes. You would think he wouldn't be counting 2. But nonetheless, the count continued, regardless of where his head was. Kick to the face, catches Devin. Gets him up, and it's a quick snap suplex. Devin taking him down, working his way through him. Shot there, connects. Drops a boot on him on top of it. Now Devin is geared up, looking to come down hard. Does drop a boot on him. Moves in with the chin, pulling back on it, wrenching away. But Tripp stands up, able to spin him over. Trying to get towards his corner, runs into Devin, kicks him in the midsection, takes him up, he's got him, and it is a rolling drop onto his face. Dragging him towards his corner now. Pick him up, gut wrench style. Devin's got nowhere to go. And he's, with a gut wrench suplex, taken over. Thrown into the corner now. He crashes into the turnbuckle. Astonis tagged in. They roll Devin over. They're going for their patented move. Picks him up. And he cutters him. Pinning attempt. But Rob in there really fast. There isn't even a 1 count. Astonis kind of mocking Rob. Comes in on Devin. Kick to the knee. Working away on the thigh area again. But Devin able to get a boot push back. tags in his partner. Rob now in, closing in on Astonis, but Astonis picks him up immediately, guillotines him off the top rope, and suddenly Rob is on the back foot. Astonis coming off the ropes now. Boom drop incoming and connects. The double leg drop works. Throws him into the corner. Tagging in his partner. Going for stomps instead. Rob in deep trouble. Oh, he did tag in his partner. Trip now in to stomp away. Tag again by Astonis, who's going to come in one more time. The mud hole has been cleared. The challengers here are definitely catching the unprofessionals, and they are struggling. Devin saves his partner from what would have been a pin, but instead gets caught. Double arm. What's he going to do with him? He's just sitting him in the air and throws him over. Devin in trouble. No referee. So Rob can't be counted out. So instead, Tripp picks him up, takes him down with a clothesline. He stands up, misses on his own attempt, and then he's a back body drop away. Big trouble. Sit down. Powerbomb. Oh, and he's got him up in the ready. He's in that rollover, almost jackknife. Spins him down. He probably should go for the pin here while Devin's out. Kick to the midsection. He's got him up. Another double axe handle. This one is going to be painful. And he tosses him down. I wasn't sure if he'd spike him or what he would do. Tripp picks him up one more time. Rob's in deep trouble. This match is over if he goes for a pin, but he hasn't done it so far. Astonis now in. Devin finally back up in his own corner, but it may be a little too late. Rob down. One. Maybe one. Devin politely waited for the referee to get in position before not counting him out. Astonis lights up over that little interference. But here's Rob finally back to his feet, finally in some sense of control. Elbow drop onto Astonis. Big woo mode. Now he's ready. Turns him up into a small package, but he's right by Tripp. One. Not enough. Nowhere near enough. Astonis fighting back to his feet, misses on that connection. No, gets taken down. Rob comes in again, takes him down a second time. Astonis tries to go for another swing and misses. Taken down again. Rob has him, and it is a you can't see me. Coming in hot. Bam. Is a 5-knuckle shuffle. Drops a boot to the face of Astonis. Again, working himself up. Trying to get himself into a position where he can finish off Astonis. He's got him up. Attitude adjustment. Pinning attempt. 1, 2. Oh, Tripp breaks it up just barely at 2. Devin comes in and double arm suplex. Takes him down. Oh, Rob missed as he tried to pull off another 5-knuckle shuffle. Connecting with the mat, but he does connect with Astonis regardless. Does connect on that punch, though. Rob should probably go for the pin here. This is a perfect opportunity. The other competitor is out. But again, going to try and deliver as much pain and discomfort as possible. He got him in the attitude adjustment there. Is he going to go for the pin here and now? He drags him towards the center of the ring. Still dragging him. No, he's tagging in Devin. That little delay is probably all Astonis might need. But Devin's going up. He's on the top rope. Drops down, and yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Astonis was playing possum, waiting for him. Oh, but getting cocky, gets caught. Devin leaping, catches him. Devin gets thrown into the corner. Astonis now has Devin where he wants him after that disastrous move. Throws him off. He bounces off the top rope, comes down with a quick punch, and another drop kick to follow up. And then just pummels him down to the mat. Here we go again. Boom drop. Magical Man doing a number on Devin. He's trying to get back towards his corner, but instead is caught out in this cutter. And now it's a pinning attempt by Tripp. One. And again, cut off by Rob. Tripp goes out of the ring to get his wits about him. And it gave Devin time to get his wits about him. And now he's got him up. He's got him in a cradle DDT move, and it worked. Now he just has to follow it up with a pin. Instead, he kicks him in the chin. And a big knee to the chin. This is the time. You should be going for the victory. But again, another competitor. Boy, look at Rob. He is barely hanging on. He is still struggling to maintain in this situation. A pinning attempt. 1, 2. Rob not able to cut off Astonis. He has been clinging on for the most part in his corner. He's not been an active participant ever since he got rocked. But there's Devin getting clotheslined. Stomp to the back. The referee's down, so Tripp's not going to do much. Big punch. Powerful punch sends Devin into deep trouble. Now he's got him. Whoa! But Devin flips him over instead. Tripp tried to get him right there, but instead Devin connected. Able to get a move in, and now Devin comes in with this big signature move. Can he finish him off? He's way too close to Astonis. You got to get him into the center of the ring, which means then you have to hit another big move to make sure the enemy stays down. Instead, he's working on the neck. Throws him into the corner. And then across the ring to the other side. Devin closing in, waiting for Tripp to move. We've seen this before. And, yeah, Tripp's not moving there, Devin. You might want to do something. But so far, no good. Devin's just not going to move, not going to make a muscle unless Tripp starts to move. There he goes, and immediately Devin does exactly what I thought. Now he drops him with a curb stomp. Pinning attempt right here. 1, 2. Oh my gosh, that was 3, but Astonis broke it up. Rob gave up on that one. Probably should have been the finish right there. Now Tripp back in control. Astonis saved his partner. So whatever disagreement these two men may have had against each other, that's gone now because, boy, his bacon was cooked had it not been for that timely interception. And there's Devin tagging in Rob. Astonis back in. Rob comes in, leaps and connects. And again. But Astonis able to get the better of him. Astonis down on his back. Rob picks him up again. Thrown into the ropes though, and Rob is clinging on in the apron. Tripp tagged in now. Astonis leaps back out. Tripp grabs Robin, powers him over. Stomp to the midsection, does go for the pin. Good timing. 1, 2. Devin got to his feet. Might have been able to interfere had it come to that, but it didn't. Rob able to power out. Oh, big overhand strike sends Rob to the mat. Already bleeding. He does, however, get out of there. He does fall to the floor. So again, Tripp has Devin where he wants him. What's he going to do with him? This move could be the end of everything. because now Devin's alone. And again, he gets tied up by Tripp. Tripp just power moves after power moves. And Devin's in deep trouble. Whoa, and now he's bleeding. Both unprofessionals now. Cut over the forehead. Spun over. Pinning attempt. 1, 2. Devin able to kick out. Rob back to his feet. Blood spilling out of Devin. Tripp throws him into the corner, tries to follow up, but instead he gets an elbow to the face. Then another big kick. But the leg sweep takes him down. Tripp recovering, trying to make sure, but Devin comes back with a European uppercut. Devin finally firing back. Opportunity here with another curb stomp. Is that going to be enough? Goes for the pin again. Astonis right there. 1, 2. Broken up again. Rob knocked down to go along with it. Astonis sneaks out without taking any sort of connecting punch. Tripp in trouble. Stretch again. Connects. Devin with that very, very crucially difficult stretch. Submission. Tripp gets out of it though. Moves towards Devin, but Devin gets him again with a kick to the midsection. Picks him up, trying to get him in some sort of hold there, but it doesn't really work. Throws Devin into the corner. Now will he tag in his partner? He does. This could be all she wrote. They double team him and knock him down. One more time. Can Tripp finish off Devin? Big natural selection connects. Opportunity here. Astonis going for the leg. Probably should rather be focused on going for the pin, but he picks Devin up nonetheless. And Devin immediately overturns it every time. Astonis back in the ring though. Didn't take any real punishment, and he's got Devin again. Up he goes and down he goes. Can he get this one? Another boom drop incoming. It connects again. Now what will he do? He hasn't hit a Trouble in Paradise so far in this match. Throws Devin into his own corner. This is where you want him. There's blood on 3 people in this match right now. And a big cutter for Tripp. Opportunity to finish off this match. 1, 2. Devin escapes again. Stands him up again. Now he's got him in a kind of an inverted bear hug, and Devin cannot smack his way out of this yet. He's working, he's fighting, but he's got nothing. Nothing, no answer at all, and because of that he taps. My goodness gracious, Tripp just wreaks havoc and stretches Devin into the middle of next week. And Devin taps. He had nowhere to go, and he had nothing he could do about it. And because of that, Money in Paper with a very important victory and a good tune-up match for Astonis. A good combination of moves followed up with a good combination of win.
Here are your winners.
Here our winners are.
Magical 1 and the Devil Money Incorporated.
So, Money in Paper, big champions tonight. In this match at least, if not on a champion with actual belts. But Astonis will get his shot at that at Legacy as he takes on Ross. And next up, we have the Brawler versus Austin in a match that was made after their confrontation last week, where Austin confronted the Brawler backstage and basically they just duked it out in the most vicious way possible. There was some question about Austin's fitness after that pounding, but he insisted that this match will go ahead. And the winner of this bout will dictate what the match will be between these two parties at Legacy. There is no love lost between the two members, or should I say one former member of the D&D Originals, who split off from the group just over a month ago now. And here comes the Brawler.
Making his way to the ring from Toronto, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 241 pounds, the Brawler, Jonathan Williams.
Brawler, of course, has got the better of Austin on a number of occasions, basically wounded him before the match with Webby, and so far so good, but Austin has been a very competitive and very good wrestler in DCW. He will be looking for a big win tonight so he can dictate the terms of this match coming up at Legacy. So the horse is back and the horseman returns.
From Louisville, Kentucky, weighing in at 262 pounds, the horseman, Austin.
It's been a month and a bit since we've seen Austin in the ring, and it has been a good long while since we've seen him come in with that horse head. Make no mistake, as goofy as the mask might be, Austin is not someone who's looking to make you giggle. He's looking to take advantage of all of you. And he will be prepared for this match. There is no mistaking that. The leader of the D&D Originals, everybody, wants to gain a victory and put an end to this feud at Legacy. Certainly, I know Austin would love nothing better than to take on the D&D Webby one more time, but of course he lost that final match at Unbreakable, which allowed Webby to move on and finally not have to face Austin for the championship. But here we go, this match about to get underway. These two men, big move by Austin right out the gate, catches the Brawler. Brawler with a strike to the back, waiting, picks him up, he's up on his shoulders, and down he's gonna go. Sit down powerbomb. Austin in trouble early, surprisingly. Once again, Austin struggles with the Brawler in their matches. They met in the original tournament for the DCW Championship, and Austin was taken out by the Brawler at that event. And ever since then, the Brawler has had his number. Were it not for their brief partnership in the D&D Originals, these two men could be still fighting. One has to remember that it was Brawler that beat up Webby, which then allowed Austin to cash in and capture the gold in the first place, which is where this whole situation kind of started to brew from, because Austin, for whatever reason, decided that he was a little bit better than the Brawler. And the Brawler did not take kindly to that as the first DCW champion. And a long-time Triple Crown champion. He is not one you want to mess with. This man has held every single individual and team title in DCW for the men. Hitting attempt. 1. In fact, he held the tag team championships with both of the individual belts at one point. Taken out there. Austin trying to work on him. Austin, of course, is no slouch. He's not going to back down. We've seen in his feud with Webby that he's ready to go the distance as hard as he can. But these two men want very much to gain a win over the other at Legacy. And a win tonight will go a long way to setting that up too. Oh, close one by Austin. Overhand strikes raining down on Brawler. Brawler struggling, rolling over, trying to get away, but no, he doesn't. Austin able to take control of this match now. Big punch rocks the Brawler. Now he picks him up. He's got him in a crucifix. And then puts him down with a sit-down powerbomb, but doesn't go for the pin. It's kind of a Rager's Edge kind of a move there. 1, 2. Brawler kicks out at 2, returning the favor of Austin earlier. Now he takes him down. Brawler back to his feet. Austin struggling, trying to get back to his, but instead he's going to get stomped on. Brawler putting the boots to Austin's hand. Interestingly enough, we have a couple of former challengers. Whoa! Cannonball in the corner catches Austin. As of course Avelos was the person who took the championship away from the Brawler, and then only to have it, to lose it to Goose. At Revolution. Stomp down on the midsection. Austin in trouble. Pinning combination here. 1, 2. No, Austin not done yet. Brawler working on him though. Boots coming in hard and fast. Picks up the Brawler, Austin. But Austin does take him down nonetheless. Big Superman punch connects. And Austin very pleased with himself over that one. Goes for the pin. Here we go. 1, 2. Kick out by Brawler. I know what both parties will want, and when this match ends, we'll announce what the match will be between these two men at Legacy. Reminder, the winner of this match dictates what the actual match is at Legacy. Big spear. Now goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness gracious. The Brawler barely got out of that. That was almost completely a win by Austin. Calling for a punch to the head. He does take one. Clothesline miss. Another clothesline followed up. Austin getting ready for the Superman punch. He's got him set up. He comes in, but doesn't connect. He gets blocked. The Brawler blocked that move. 2 forearm shivers connect. He's got Austin where he wants him. He sets him up in the back into the corner now. He's going to come out. and set him up in a tree of woe. Goodness gracious, it's trouble now. It's a boot to the chin from the tree of woe. And Austin's in trouble. Off the ropes. Brawler picks him up and power slams him. Down for the count. 1, 2, 3. And the Brawler wins. And we know now what the match at DCW Legacy is. It will be a first blood match between these two. And the winner is the one who makes the other bleed. There's no rules, no countouts, no disqualifications. It is purely a first blood match. And if you know these two gentlemen, both of them have bled on a number of occasions. So this will be an absolute knockdown, drag out of a fight between these two men. And while there's no titles up for grabs, it will nonetheless be a massive match.
The Brawler, Jonathan Williams.
So on August 19th at DCW Legacy, it will be the Brawler versus Austin in a first blood match. Next out of the gate here, it's Goose versus Professor Fox, as Fox continues his single career that was kind of foisted on him last week, thanks to Avelos quitting Shadow Fox and going out and after the champion instead. Alright, these two about to collide here. Here comes Goose out first.
Making his way to the ring from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 267 pounds, Goose.
It's been a difficult couple of months for Goose. If you go back to April, he, at the time, held the championship and was the DCW champion for about a month until he lost it to Webby at Destructorama. And then he was able to win the Triple Crown Championship in a multi-man match, only to lose it not long ago. And now taking on Professor Fox in a match which has positioning consequences, if nothing else. And here comes Shadow Fox.
And his opponent, from out of this world, weighing in at 267 pounds, the Professor Fox.
Or I should say Professor Fox, not Shadow Fox. Professor Fox coming to the ring with new music today. New sense of purpose. And best he can hope for is to get a win tonight. A follow up on a rather inauspicious beginning last week. In his singles run and they come to blows right in the center of the ring. Two big shocks there. And then Insaguri connects and Fox is down. Fox trying to get to his feet. Goose gliding quickly to try and stop that, and then bashes his face into the turnbuckle a few times just for good measure. Fox falling down out of the ring, but he misses on that connection, and that gave Fox a little bit of breathing room, but not enough. And instead, clothesline in the corner connects, and Fox is in trouble, but again he squeaks out of it. This time he's able to get some momentum and is able to put some pain onto Goose. Dragon sleeper, but he fights his way out of it. Taken over by Fox. He comes in and connects with Goose. Throws Goose out of the ring. Goose falling to the floor here. Quick attempt to punch, misses on both parts, but then Fox connects, and now it's a series of strikes. And now, he tried to get him up for a power move, but instead Goose reverses it with his own series of strikes and chops. But now there is Fox again. Once again, he's got him up. This time the power move is coming. Oh my goodness. Right to the knee. Goose in trouble. Big European uppercut. Connects one more time. Fox now goes for a quick little jab. And now climbs in the ring at 7. Will Goose get back in? In time. He does, barely. Fox thrown into the opposite corner. Big clothesline followed up by a bulldog. Turns all of this around all of a sudden out of nowhere. Pinning attempt fails. Goose happy to deal with Professor Fox. Big boot to the face though connects. And then he gets him locked in. Trouble for Goose. Headlock is working on Fox. Can he escape? He's working to try to. He finally just drops him, which is the only reason why Fox got out of that. Pinning attempt here. 1. Goose picks him back up, but takes a hit and goes down. Strike by Professor Fox, picks him up and slams him onto the mat. Kick to the back. Goose takes him over. Now trying to roll him over. Trying to get him into the... He does. He's got him in the walls. Locked down, but Fox working to try and get out. He does, barely. Punch to the back of Goose. Picks him up and plants him. Now he's waiting for him to move. Goose is struggling to try and get to his feet. Fox is waiting for him though, but doesn't grab him quick enough, and Goose able to take control. Opportunity for Goose, but he gets belted as he comes in. And now he moves on the apron. Fox is waiting for him to come to his feet and then just punches him to the ground. Following him outside. This is where Fox had the most control earlier. Strikes coming in fast, but he does get blocked. Ooh, but he does bash Goose off the apron. Goose slides back in though in an attempt to try and get away. Could not do it. Goose follows in a quick throat chop. And then a bulldog, and down goes Professor Fox. Goose trying to turn him over into the walls again. Over he goes again. It's locked in one more time, but this time Fox able to power out much more with authority. Rake to the eyes, and then another bulldog. And that sends Fox to the floor. Slides back in. Goose, who'd been standing around celebrating, gets caught out, and he gets a rock bottom. Now, pinning combination. 1, 2. I thought Fox had him. Goose tried and has succeeded in escaping just at the last second. Picked up. Thrown into the other turnbuckle. Follows in. Picks him up. Got him in a, what looks like a, yes, it is. It's a, not a knuckle buster, but that kind of idea. And here we go. It's another pinning combination. 1, 2. No. Fox not able to finish him off. Big chop to the chest. Now he's got him up and tosses him over. Stomp to the leg. Picks Goose up. Goose able to chuck him over his head. Goose celebrating now as Fox gets to his feet on the apron. And Goose misses on whatever it was he was trying to accomplish there and allows Fox to get back into the ring. Busy being a bit of a cocky beggar. And it backfired again. Fox tries to connect but misses. Now he's got him lined up. Powered bomb connects on Fox. Goose picks him up one more time. Trying once again to get him in the walls. He turns him over. It's going to be in there. Can he reach the rope? He does. Avoiding the pin with the rope, or the submission with the rope break, but instead, Goose got him in another submission move, one that's a lot harder to escape. Can Fox get out of this? The pressure on his neck and his lower back must be excruciating, but he doesn't get that submission. Once again, Fox's larger frame, much more difficult for Goose to end off with, but the code breaker will definitely make things hurt. Pinning attempt, 1, 2, 3. So Goose, with a couple of submission moves, followed up the code breaker, gets the victory in a hard-fought battle between these two. Fox definitely showed himself to be a good challenger, but unfortunately for him, just not able to get away from some of these moves. The walls followed by that very, very intense move right there, which almost had him submitting right then and there, and instead led to a code breaker, and
Here
Goose
is your winner,
walks away winner. And we are at the final, I believe, 3 matches of the night. Yes, here we go. It is a tag team Falls Count Anywhere match between the Pack and the new champions, and the old champions, you might even say, the Danger Us Alliance. This one can go anywhere in the arena. The question is, will it? Or will they just fight by the ring and basically do nothing? All competitors in this match, it will be vicious and uncontrolled and very, very intriguing. Our final 2 matches after this are Ross versus Avelos and Webby versus Fraser to end off tonight's action. So don't go away. There's some big matches still to come after this. Don't you dare miss it. Jack coming to the ring. Serious expressions as always. These two boys feeling a bit aggrieved after losing the tables match last week. And they would love to trade victories with the champions and take back the titles that they held thanks to their victory at Canadian Stampede. But first, they've got to get past the Danger Us Alliance. Kurt and Dave, very experienced, very cagey, and two men who know how to get the victory. After 2 months holding the titles, losing them at Canadian Stampede and then getting them back last week, I have to admit they look very natural around their waist. Longest serving, continuous, and continual champions. I think Webby's closest in catching them, but the Dangerous Alliance.
Jack Walker, Alpha Wolf, on the way to the ring at a combined weight of 772 pounds. Jack Walker and Alpha Wolf, the Wolf Pack. Jack Walker, Alpha Wolf, and their opponents at a combined weight of 526 pounds, they are the champions. Kurt and Dave, the King Baker,
Looking
the Dangerous Alliance.
solemn and ready for action. Hard to believe these two men were struggling for victories not that long ago. When we first started what was then called the DMWF. But ever since they've teamed up, they have been a very, very good team. And now they get a chance to collide with their biggest challenge, Jax Forest Walker and Corbin, and the referee already down. And again, for some reason, Kurt loves to go up against Jax, while Corbin and Dave are always seemingly going to be the forever war. Kurt, I don't know, just loves to chop that tree down. But because of that, when Jax catches him, it's big trouble. Meanwhile, Dave catching hell from Corbin as well. So both of the members of the pack were in control, but Dave takes back control as Jax continues to work on Kurt. Tries to go for a strike on Corbin, but misses. Kurt over and out there, but Corbin connects on Dave. Ooh. Pinning attempt right here, right now. 1, 2. No, Jax in to break that up. Dave trying to get ready for some sort of move, but I think he forgot about the big boss who was just waiting for him. Jax picks up Dave, kicked in the midsection. Doesn't work out. Ooh, knocked down. Kick again. Dave now working on Jax while Corbin gets splattered by Kurt, who is doing a number on his competitor. He just sits on down. Jax comes in, able to boot back on to Dave. Oh, big punch. Connects, and Dave in trouble. Thrown over. We haven't gone out of the ring a whole lot. Remember, there is no disqualification, no count out, falls count anywhere in this match. And now it's Corbin's turn to taunt Kurt. Sitting down in the corner, Dave trying to go for a pin, and Corbin just stood up and kicked him. Then he gets taken over by Dave. These four men do not like one another. They have fought a lot over the last little while. The thinking at this point is that these two will meet one last time at Legacy. Whoever wins that will send the other packing, and they will go back down the line and have to decide whether they're still a tag team. Meanwhile, a choke on Corbin by Dave. Kind of suspectingly vicious move by Dave, who's not well known for that. It's more of a Kurt thing. Kurt now lines up Jax, tries to go for a big kick and misses. Dave, with a big pedigree on Corbin, turns him over. Jax tries to break it up and does. And then picks up Dave and slams him onto his knee with a backbreaker. Stomp to the midsection. Dave now in danger. Thrown over the top. Kurt trying to get back to his feet. He's wobbly. Corbin's still down. Kurt comes in, catches the big man. Oh, but a big knee to the midsection sends Kurt down. Corbin finally moving just a little bit. It's been a while since he's done very much. He's trying and struggling to get to his feet. Jax, on the other hand, getting thrown out of the ring, or at least to the apron. Now he's out. Kurt chases him out while Corbin working on Dave. They are now in two different areas of the ring and the surrounding area, so either could have a pinning attempt, which would be very confusing if it ends up being one or the other. Dave now in big trouble, about to be powerbombed by Corbin into the turnbuckle. Meanwhile, Jack's in trouble at the other side, but he ends up, he does catch Kurt there. 1, 2, no. Kurt in big trouble outside the ring. Jack's able to get him there, but Corbin has Dave in even worse shape. As the Dangerous Alliance is running into trouble, Kurt able to squeak out of it though. Catches with Jax again. You'd think the bigger man would be the best of the opponents, but so far it hasn't worked like that. A big kick. Jax is down. The referee has to squeak out. Will Corbin get there in time? 1, 2, 3. He does not, and the Dangerous Alliance win the match, holding the championship. And now they will be the champions going into Legacy against the Pack in a Hell in the Cell match that will determine who amongst these two teams will be champion. Big fight by these four men. And let me tell you, they are a handful.
The tag team Kurt and Dave, the King Baker, the Dangerous Alliance.
The Dangerous Alliance continues to hold the gold. Can they do it at Legacy and maintain their grip for all of the summer on these titles? They have been only defeated once and have managed to get those titles right back again. And pretty much ever since our break have dictated who and what can challenge them for the tag team belts. And let me tell you, I don't know who else can match up as well as the Pack have against these two. So we could have ourselves a very, very ugly, vicious, and brutal match at Legacy between these two tag teams. We will have to see what comes of this one. But next up, it is Avelos versus Ross. Both men have different challengers coming up, but both would love nothing more than to set the pace against one another. Of course, the unprofessional member Ross would love to put the hurt onto Avelos so that he's
Making
weakened
his
going
way
into
to
his
the
title.
ring, from the United States
Attention.
of America, weighing in at 260 pounds, Shay!
Avelos ready, willing, and prepared to do whatever it takes to gain a victory tonight. And here comes the Pirate King, our current Triple Crown champion, Ross.
And his opponent, from New Hampshire, weighing in at 240 pounds, the Triple Crown champion, Ross Malcolm Boyd.
Ross looking sharp, looking ready, willing, and able to take on all comers. He will face Astonis at Legacy. Two men who are not terribly familiar with one another, but certainly whatever comes, Ross will want to defend the title. The Unprofessionals, of course, won pretty much every match they were in at Canadian Stampede and would love nothing more than to continue that streak going into Legacy. All right, here we go. Avelos tried to connect with Ross, but Ross immediately takes him down, railing on his arm. Avelos caught off guard, I think, by that viciousness right off the bat. He does turn Ross over and is able to get away from him. Tries to go for, twist of fate, but gets caught out. And now he's down on the mat. Kick to the back of the head. Ross working on the knees and thighs. Oof. Stomp on Avelos now. What can he do? Lift and over went Avelos. Ross closing in again. Kick to the midsection. Picks him up and takes him down, and now he's got him in an armbar. Avelos in trouble. These moves that Ross has been doing are very different. Not the usual attempts here at all, but Avelos does fight out of it. While we know that Ross is a submission specialist, he doesn't normally go for an armbar. Dragging Avelos in the middle of the ring, goes for the pin. One. Ross raring to go now. Avelos takes him over, and it's a Russian leg sweep. Now, can he finish him off? Kick. Connects. Drops on the arm with two legs. Ross in trouble here now. Kick connects again. Elbow to the back. Avelos leading things off. Crowd not happy here. Of course, Avelos last week has been a thorn in the side of Unprofessionals, and he has become enemy number one to Webby. He is ready. Flipping the champ, the champ over. One. Ross kicks out. Strikes coming in. The crowd want Ross to pick it up, but he's in trouble. The challenger here and the challenger of Legacy is winning, and the crowd is not happy. Working on the neck again. Kick to the midsection. Ross, dazed. Twist of fate. Connects. Avelos now looks like he's about to go up. He is. He's about to hit it. And he does.
We are back.
Pinning attempt. 1, 2. Whoa, that was close. That was really close. But able to fight back to his feet again. Ross kicking. Kick to the midsection and another. He's putting the yes kicks in. He's doing the leg work to try and get his opponent into a position where he can actually put the finishing touches on. The last kick connecting and knocking Avelos off his feet. This was looking like it was all Avelos, but now Ross takes him down. He's got the label lock in. Will Avelos tap? No. Fights out. Quick strike. Holding onto his arm, though, so he's not totally free and clear. Picks up Ross. Takes him over, but Ross now in trouble. Avelos turns him over, going for the pin. 1, 2. And now Avelos has him up. Comes down with a big clothesline. And then a big atomic drop. He's got Ross where he wants him. Drops 2 legs on his midsection. Now kick. Tries to go for a pin. No. Picks him up. It's got him set up. It's another twist of fate. Pinning attempt. 1, 2. Oh, that was very, very close. Thought Avelos had him right then and right there. Working away on Ross. Avelos still in charge. He's controlled most of this match. Only ran into trouble partway through, but now he's up again. Here he goes. Dives and connects. Splash down. 1, 2, 3. He defeats him. And he may be the Triple Crown champion, but he's a loser tonight as Avelos defeats Ross, setting the tone towards Webby. A tone that says, I'm coming for you, big man. Probably one of the stiffest tests that Webby's ever going to run into. Avelos lost in the Elimination Chamber match. And that was really the only reason why he lost, was because he had to fight a way out of a match with 6 competitors. But now he is in with a chance to take on Webby like he thought he was going to do at Distracto-Rama, but will do at Legacy. And now it is our main event of the evening. It's Webby versus Fraser in a match that can only be called interesting, I would argue. These two men have never met up before. Fraser has had a bit of trouble, not going to lie, in DCW. New wrestler, struggling to kind of get wins and struggling against opponents who are more difficult. You might call this a tune-up match for the champion and little else. And here we go. And here he comes. It's our champion, Webby. He's out, looking ready and raring to... Oh! And then the man who was just in the match comes in, hits Webby with a chair. Avelos connecting immediately. I don't think Fraser's going to be out tonight. Looks like Avelos went straight to the back and put a pummeling on him just so he could get a shot at Webby. Webby in deep trouble. But he gets back to his feet, kicks Avelos, comes in, throws him up and over, title laying on the ground. It got knocked off Webby right at the start there. Avelos getting kicks in, but I think he made an error in judgment. The champ is nobody's pushover, and he is taking Avelos to school. And just like that, he gets him down and out, and Webby able to escape the surprise attack. But Avelos has sent some sort of message, and that message is, I'm coming for you.